Hello, good evening. Savva here from Football Heritage TV. I hope everybody is well. In case anyone is wondering, the 30-second countdown there isn't my normal countdown. In a bit of a dispute with a company about some of the music on my intro. They keep trying to claim the revenue from all of my shows, saying that their music, I'm using their music, even though I got their music from the official YouTube non-copyright section. So apologies for that. So at the moment, my channel trailer, so to speak, my channel intro won't be used at the moment because every single show I've done in the last 6 months, they are trying to copyright. So I'm just having that battle at the moment, and it's not fun. So apologies for the crappy old 30-second YouTube intro. How is everyone? Sorry, that's going to really annoy me, that bit of hair there. Oh God, I'm not that cool. Who cares? Right. Good afternoon to you all. Good evening to you all. So it's the day before Spurs play. First of all, everybody, hello, welcome. What are we hoping for tomorrow? What are we expecting? Do you care about the result? Are you more worried about the way we play? What is it that you are looking for tomorrow? Are there particular players you would like to see? Let me know. By the way, yes, I'm trying to sort this out. These things take time. I will do, but honestly, it hadn't been a problem for months and months and months. And then all of a sudden, yesterday, I started getting all of these emails from YouTube saying a company is trying to copy it, saying say you've copyrighted their music. So I've had to write back and say, hey, no, you can clearly see the tune being used in my play is non-copyright. Until that happens, they don't release me my money. It's all nonsense. But at the moment, I'm just going to keep it nice and simple at the moment. Big up to absolutely everyone. Who have we got in the chat? Let's see if we got some of the usuals. We have got BVB David. Still need one more midfielder minimum for the same squad depth from the season just gone. But even then, ideally, we'd have a right back and a centre back for a bit more squad depth. Nige, big up, Nige. How you doing, my man? Hope you're well. Everybody get over and follow Nige. Does some good little cameo appearances on TikTok, I think, is where I see you, Nige, doing your videos. Always speaks well. Always a gentleman. So big up to you. Haskinov, how you doing, brother? How you doing? You okay? Long time no speak. Very talented man is Haskinov. Lots of talented people in the chat. Colin Turner, big up to you. I hope you're well. Yeah, I saw that nonsense about Harry Kane's wife in Germany looking at houses. And funny, they didn't show any pictures, wasn't it? There wasn't no pictures of Mrs. Kane wandering around. Mark Cousins said, big up, Savva. I turned the golf off to watch you. I don't mind golf. I don't follow it religiously. Who's winning? And is there one day left to go? Is that right? I'm not going to pretend I know a lot about that. Good evening, El Tel. Big up. Hope you're well, my friend. Justin Farragan has said, Fafana from Monaco, Nico Williams from Bilbao have 1 year left. They won't cost a lot. Young players at attainable clubs, but the scouting network is shocking. Yeah, we'll get into all of that in a minute. But one thing we can all agree on is, yes, the scouting at Tottenham Hotspur is absolutely horrific. It truly is. Guys and girls, you know the formats. There's already 200 of you in here. I'm sure we'll grow. Smash that like button, people. Let's not play this game every time. And we are 29 subscribers away from 7,500, which is the next milestone. So 29 subscribers. I'm sure we can do that. Big up Josh Gain, always in the chat. Hope you're well, my friend. Big up to Kate. Please follow Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. Always good entertainment. Hope you're well. Hope little Percy is well as well. Big up to Mike Reyes. Hope you are well. There's Nige again. MV Joker Davis has said, morning. It's not for me, but where are you? Where are you for it to be morning, MV Joker? But good morning, good evening to you. 123 Bus, which I love that account. 123 Bus. I love it. Gregor, yeah, I will make my own. Brun has said, afternoon, Savva. Unana, what's my name? Yes, Brun is a Man United fan, if you couldn't tell. Good signing for you guys. Yeah, good goalkeeper. Barney looks fresh. Yeah, not sure about that. Getting too old to rock this haircut, but, you know, it is what it is. Nigel said it's all about how we play, but it will be disappointing if we don't win. I think, first and foremost, I want to see more of what we saw yesterday, but I'll be so disappointed if we let in these cheap, crappy goals like we did the other day as well. Mark Robinson has said 2 centre-backs, but that's not happening yet. Yeah, we'll talk about this in a minute. I'm going to go through some of the other clubs that are making signings at the moment that just make you look and go, how have we not done these deals? Why are we not making deals like this? X Boca said how we play is much more important. As with our defence, we can't expect to win, but we can hope. Look, we can win some games. Like, we won quite a few last year with this defence. But, yeah, it's got to be sorted. Big up, loves music. Hope you're well, my friend. Big up to you. Carl said, evening, Savva, just following on from Alan's show. Yeah, big up to you. Hope you are well. It's good because a lot of the trolls that follow me to other channels are blocked on mine. So I always know when I'm invited on someone else's channel, I always think, oh, God, there's going to be trolls that I've got no control over. So, but big up to you, Cole. Thank you so much, my friend. Joyce, he's in the chat. Ben Kaufman, he's here. He's there. He's everywhere. The main man, the mod. Big up, Ben. And please, yeah, go and subscribe to Tottenham on Tour. TF Swag. Hi, Savva. Hi to you as well. Hope you're well. Mo Chelsea has said, you watching United versus Arsenal, Havertz versus Mount, and Chelsea versus Brighton. Casado, Levi, Cole, definitely no friendlies tonight. I'm not. Is that on tonight? What channel is it on? What time? I'll give it a go. Who is it? Arsenal United. I'll watch that. Should be a good game. Big up, Mile High. How you doing, brother? Hope you're well. Said, big up. Hope everyone is good. Excited for the game tomorrow. Tim Legs Tony. Koala's here. Amir's here. Koala Official says he can play centre-back. Where are we? God, there's so many comments. Justin's, I said, what's good, Savva? Hope you find yourself well, but damn, brother, your club takes too long to make signings. Yeah, you're telling me, mate. You're telling me. We really, really do. Martin, I said, had Levy gone out and signed our 2 centre-back targets, maybe, just maybe, hey, Harry Kane would take the rebuild seriously. Brian Harmon is 12 under. Where's McElroy? Is he in the fight? Anyone signing up to Leicester TV for the free match? Yeah, apparently Leicester TV are showing the game for free. Can you imagine Daniel Levy doing that at Spurs? This is the worst thing, by the way. When you wear your headphones and you've done your hair, it's like it completely squashes half your hair. First world problems and all that. Don't forget, people, 266 of you in here. Come on, you know the rules. Let's smash that like button as quickly as possible. Smash that subscribe button. Let's get up to that 4,500 by the end of the show. That would be brilliant. And we are going to go right the way through to past or just over. So thank you to the 73 people that I've liked already. No, I wouldn't. This guy, I think, has been a bit of an enigma for years. And for me, I think has really flattered to deceive. Only my opinion. I just think he's really flattered, never really settled. But just my opinion. James, big up. James Harris has said, Savva would love to see Emerson, Romero, Davis, Adoji, Saar, Basuma, Madison, Son, Kane, Solomon. I'd take that as a team. I'd take that as the team, yeah. I mean, yeah, you've got one attacking fullback, one defensive fullback. I mean, next to Romero, you could put anyone, couldn't you? Davis, Dyer, Sanchez, they're all terrible. But yeah. Yeah, Ashley Phillips. I mean, it was done, wasn't it? The deal was done. Only at Tottenham Hotspur could we mess up signing an 18-year-old who's played 8 championship games in his career. Big up to Q7 channel member. Also follow each other on Instagram now. Hope you're well, my friend. Said, evening, brother. Hoping for another good performance tomorrow and a win just to make the Ange doubters relax a bit. Give the man some time. Absolutely. Absolutely. That some of the hate I saw after one preseason game was just intolerable, to be brutally honest with you. As Ben has said, yeah, sub 2, just a girl who loves Spurs. Big up to Kate. Laronka, apologies if I'm saying your name wrong. Yes, I'm good, thank you. But Eric Dyer is your thumb now. Is that the one? Eric Dyer. Good evening, Savva. Good evening to you. Good evening to Fel B. Ant in the chat. Big up to Ant. Hope you're well. So people need to understand we have a massive fullback issue. Not one of them can defend, and in the system we will need it. Henry and I talked about this earlier, Ant. it was, yeah. I listen, as much as we need centre halves, I still think that not all going to happen in one window. And I think the centre halves are, are the main point of, the main reference point. But yeah, I still think we need fullbacks. Definitely. I think next window would be definitely something I would look at. For me, I think we've got to get that spine right. The two centre halves, a DM. You've got Maddison now as the playmaker, but Suma as the number 8. I think we'll have a great season. So yeah, I do agree with you though. I do agree with you. There are so many comments. Apologies if I don't read them all out. I try to. The multi-channel said, Savva, absolute disgrace how Postecoglou was disrespected today by that German journalist. Yeah, but didn't he handle it well? And I think that's what I like. I like everything that I see about Ange. I like everything that I see. Romero and Royal as centre-backs. Well, I mean, could Royal do worse than some of the ones we see there every week? Could Royal do worse? Big up, Paul Hancock. A good evening to you, and a big evening and a good evening and all of those kind of things. Where are we? Tim Man 007 has said, big up Savva. Big up Tim Man. Always a big supporter of the channel. What do you think with Kane linked with the Saudis? Well, today in the world, we've had Harry Kane linked with a move to Saudi Arabia and Mbappe. I truly can't believe that either of them will go there, will they? I think I would lose complete faith if those two went out to Saudi Arabia. I really would. But it is what it is. Daniel, as a channel member, has said expecting a sharper performance tomorrow. Okay. Well, listen, I think that's the aim, right? The fitter the players get, I think they start they start getting fitter. The togetherness, the link-up play, the acknowledgement of where each other are on the pitch starts getting better. Where are we? Oh, there's so many comments. Yes, Savva's pint of neck oil. Yeah, neck oil is my drink of choice. Absolutely my drink of choice. Let's have a look, shall we? I tell you what, let's go through. Let's have a look at some of the deals done today. Let's have a look, shall we? Who's up for that? We can see what other clubs are doing that we just really, really can't. Before I do that, there's 340 of you in the chat, which is crazy for a Saturday night. Smash the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. Thank you to the 2 people that have. Let's get to the 7,500 in the next hour. We're only 27 away. Let's have a little look at Fab's page, shall we? So hopefully everyone can see that. Let me remove this comment. Where are we? Let's have a look. So you've got all the news about Mbappe. There's the news that that Moussa Diaby has signed a 5-year deal with Aston Villa. Yeah, he's put top work, top signing. Yeah, I mean, I'm so jealous they can go and get a deal like that done. Then we're looking down, just more confirmation of that. Levi Colwell to start tonight versus Brighton. Giuseppe Rossi is retired. I didn't know that. There he is. Where are we? Roma are planning to insist in the next days for Renato Sanchez of PSG. Wow, that'll be interesting. A very good player, this guy, that I think needs to find a home, but a very good player. Then you've got Man United, Rasmus Højlund. Fulham are advancing in talks to sign Salisu, 15 million from Southampton. And Tosin Adarabioyo expected to leave as many clubs want him. AS Monaco have his name on the list. We'll talk about him in a minute, Adarabioyo, because he's been linked with us quite a lot. But again, Fulham in one day going to go out there and sort out Salisu and Bassi. And Spurs can't get one. Victor Boniface has moved to Bayer Leverkusen. Looks like that's how you do business, right? Looks like he's come in. Diaby's gone out in the same day. Fans then are a bit more pleased. Other than that, you got Calvin Bassey deal, Okafor, and the other news I saw. Where was it? The other news I saw. Where is it? I don't know if he announced it or whether or not it was Ornstein. It might have been David Ornstein who announced that Chelsea have asked about Kudus from Ajax. Chelsea have asked about Kudus from Ajax. A very good player. A lot of interest for him. Chelsea maybe just starting to flex some muscle. They're still in talks with Caicedo. They're looking at Kudus. There's talks that they've approached Palace about getting Mark Guehi back. Chelsea maybe just about to start spending all of the 250 million they've raised this window, which is phenomenal. Yeah, I agree with this, Nige. I think, this is the thing. I think I would have loved Draxler a while back. I just don't think he's ever really kicked on in his career. Sorry. Really sorry about that. I don't know where that came from. So apologies. Sorry, I'm going to try and get to so many of these comments. I will try. Justin has said, Savva, forgot to ask. Sorry, that's made my eyes water, all the coughing, by the way. Sorry, I'm not crying. Wow. Looks like I'm crying on stream, doesn't it? Whoa, I don't know where that came from, that coughing fit. Savva, I forgot to ask, would you take Tyler Adams or Edson Alvarez as your guys' DM? I'd take both. I think Tyler Adams is a good player. I went to the wrong club. I think he'd be a really good player for us in the 6. Matata United has said, Spurs fan channels are doing great on YouTube. Well, some, yeah. Dr. Spurs 82 has said, Savva, do you think we should try to keep Kane? I think he'll be amazing in the AN system. I mean, look, this has been talked about so much. I don't think it's about us trying to keep Kane. If he doesn't want to sign a new contract, he doesn't want to sign a new contract. I think they are trying to keep him. It's just, he'll still be here. Unless a bid comes in that's huge. I've said it all window, he'll still be here. Gary Officer said, big up Savva, big up to you as well. If we get Mbappe, he only needs to score 80 goals if we don't get any centre-backs. This is the problem. Whoever we get in, if we don't get centre-backs, we need to score a hell of a lot of goals. Guys and girls, keep subscribing, keep liking, keep being kind, please. 129 likes. We have got a super chat. There's a super sticker from Amir. Big up, Amir, sticking in the super sticker. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And if you do want to guarantee to have your comment read out, then put in the super chat. If not, I'll try and get around to as many comments as possible. Oliver has said, big up Savva, non-stop grind, man, love it. Well, listen, some people love it. Some people just use it as an excuse to come and have a go at me. But hey, we'll do what we do. V8 said, Aston Villa and Brighton are doing very well this window. They will surpass Spurs with these moves. Look, I think the key thing is that these clubs seem to be growing at the moment sensibly. I don't think they're doing anything outrageous. I think they're just growing sensibly. As I said, Mohamed Kudus, good player, this guy, good player. I think he was really good in the World Cup as well. Whenever I've watched Ajax, he looks a good player. I think that would be a good signing for Pochettino as well. Very good player. Matt Raines has said, Fulham getting Salisu and Bassi, more ambition than us. They don't have only one policy. Only seems to operate like this. Yeah, now what people will say, I know what they'll say, is, we don't want either of them. But it's all contextual, isn't it? It's all about where Fulham are for what they need. They're good signings. And they've gone out and got their business done. And it's just something we can't do. Lamel has, absolute nonsense. Spurs haven't signed a defender as of yet. Yeah, I think we're all on the same. We're on the same page. El Dante said, you okay, Savva? I'm good. How are you? Savva just been given inside news that Dyer signed a new long contract, hence the tears. I can assure you it was just a cough. Something went down the wrong way and it wasn't, I don't know, it didn't quite work. Good evening to you, Craig Lee. Hope you are well. Tell us how you feeling about Newcastle's business so far this year. What have you done? Tonali and Barnes, how are you feeling? AMS going, good thing, bad thing, happy with the swap, so to speak, with Barnes. CFC Pirate, big up to you. What do you think your score's going to be tonight? You're playing, I think, aren't you? Savva, if you were Levy's position, would you sell Kane to the highest bidder, even if it was direct rivals like us or Arsenal? I don't think, listen, there's times to put your emotion aside. I think if Harry Kane was to be sold to Chelsea or Arsenal, that massive stadium that Levy and half the fan base love, I think would be burnt down. So I don't think it's about emotions. I think that it runs a lot deeper than that. I just can't see. I mean, definitely not Arsenal, and I can't see. I can't see that we'd sell to Chelsea. Look, if they put in 120, 130 million, maybe. But I just can't see it. Where are we? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take James Rodriguez on a loan. I think he's another one who never really fulfilled his potential. Seen him play some great games. He had that amazing World Cup, but I think that ship has definitely sailed now. Colin said if we don't get into centre backs, it will be embarrassing to say the least. I completely agree with you. Agreed? Agree with you. I agree, Ben. Tyler Adams would be great. I think that would be a great signing. I don't know if there's any plans for that. I think he would definitely fit into what would be a Postecoglou formation. XX Toka XX Boca said it's depressing that all these clubs get things done. I think the lack of communication from Spurs is a serious issue. We never know what's happening. Absolutely. Big up. One of my favorites, Holly Agomba from Holly's Hotspurs. Please get over there and subscribe to Holly. She puts out some banging content. I've known Holly for many years and always been a pleasure to speak with and work with. So hope you're well and see on a Monday night. Holly has a show. I'll let her put in the chat what time it is. But Holly, hopefully we get you some subscribers from this. Yes, Mbappe has always dreamed of playing with Emerson Royale. Let's go and get him. Spurs King, I said Tottenham have banned Build reporter Max Schrader from their press conferences and revoked his accreditation after today's incident. I mean, what a calamity that was. What an absolute calamity that was. Welcome to all the new people who have come into the chat. Smash the like on your way in. There's 422 of you, which is absolutely crazy. That means 422 of you are either not giving any attention to your partners, whoever they are. Hey, who cares? You're watching me. It's all good. It's all good. Alex Priesty. Big up, Alex. I've not seen you before, but that's a very interesting picture. Said, Savva, would you sell Kane and Son to get Pino, Alex Scott and Hoyland? Would I? I mean, look, I suppose if Kane and Son both went in one window, you'd make 200 million, right? I think you could get more than Alex Scott, Hoyland and Pino. But I mean, look, I'm never one that's been afraid of losing players. Everyone in here will know that. I'm never one that gets sentimental. If they did that and bought well, I wouldn't mind. But do we buy well? Not often. No, we don't. Daniel Monsendon with a super chat. Thank you so much. Always appreciated. Thank you for your support as always. Daniel has said, evening, Savva. Always enjoy the shows. Here to make myself known. Mate, listen, you're making yourself known. Thank you for enjoying the shows. I'm glad you do. Listen, I know what I am and what I'm not, people. I'm fully aware that I am probably like Marmite. I get a lot of people that don't want to watch my show because they want me to be more Spurs, if that makes sense. They want me to just say really nice things. But if you come in here, you're going to get some refreshing honesty. And I know a lot of you like that. So here we are. Good point, Holly. The only positive thing at the moment is listening to Ange. Says it how he sees it with no cryptic messages. Yes, I think for the last 3 or 4 years, we've had these cryptic messages from Jose and Conte. And yeah, I agree with you. I like this guy. Harry has said, I rate Hoyland. I think we should go for him if we sell Kane. Listen, I forget that. I think he's going to Man United. I think we all know he's going to end up at Man United. But yeah, we were linked very much today with Jimenez, and we'll talk about him in a minute. But after reeling off, guys and girls, some of the transfer news that's gone around just today, and you're looking at Brighton getting Igor over the line. Igor's not a bad defender, by the way. Not a bad defender. And De Zerbi said it's a player he's always been really impressed with. You've got Fulham doing their bits, Villa doing their bits. Man United just signed Onana and now are moving on to Hoyland. Chelsea are linked to everybody. Arsenal have come out and said, Arteta's come out and said that there'll still be more incomings and outgoings there. I feel like I'm getting a bit jealous, to be honest, that we're not doing these things. What do you make of that? Big up, Daniel. Hope you're well, my friend. I said, big up, Savva. Do you think the German reporter and Shirtgate was disrespectful? I I can't ever remember a club being this cocky and disrespectful to another club player in a transfer saga. Yeah, I do feel it was tasteless, if I'm completely honest. It was funny to a degree, but tasteless. But what was class was the way that Big Ange responded. So, yeah, the more I see about Postecoglou, the more I like him. People keep smashing that like button. We're 37 away from 200. Let's smash that like button quick time, people. We have got another super chat here from Nige. Big up, Nige. Pure Coys. Hope you're well. It says, Savva, are you concerned about the fact that we still don't have a director of football? Scott Munn doesn't seem to have even started officially yet. Let me take one mouthful of water and then I'll answer. Look, there's a lot that could probably be read into this, Nige. Let me start that as a proper sentence. There's a lot that could probably be read into this. Look, is this why we're taking so long to get deals done? Because we don't have a director of football? Is it because Scott Munn's not started yet? How much will Scott Munn be involved with that? The other question I suppose to ask on this, Nige, would be, does Postecoglou want a director of football? Because lots of people you speak to say that he's never worked with one and doesn't like one. If that's the case, then fine. But, who's going to make these decisions? Is it just going to be Daniel Levy? We'll see. We'll see. Where are we? I'd sooner the old White Hart Lane. Mark, me too. Me too. It felt like a football club when it was the old stadium. AY, big up to you, has said, hello, Savva. Which options of 2 left centre-backs and 1 right centre-back, Laporte, VDV, and Tosin or Tapsoba, VDV and Longley? Which option of the two? I mean, are you asking me what I'd take out of all of these options? I mean, look, Laporte. Look, you want Laporte as your left-footed centre half, wouldn't you? But Laporte's not joining Tottenham. I'd take VDV. For me, I think it's the 2 that we've been after. I think VDV and Tapsoba would be a really good centre-back pairing. I think, one's right-footed, one's left-footed, one's powerful, one's very quick across the ground. You know what I mean? Tapsoba's very good with the interceptions. Van de Ven's very good at bringing the ball out. And what Van de Ven is very good at, if you go and watch some of his footage, he's very good at not panicking when he's got a striker in front of him and the ball on his own box. He doesn't just whack it clear. He's cool, calm and collected, which means that he can bring the ball into midfield and give it to the likes of a Maddison. So for me, it would just be VDV and Tapsoba. Laporte, I'd love, but unrealistic. 7 p.m, Holly Hotspurs tomorrow. Absolutely. Leah said, England Savva, did you hear Rory on TalkSport earlier? I've stopped being able to listen to the guy. I think he's an absolute embarrassment that this guy is allowed on those formats to talk about football. So, that's just me. Nero knows balls has said, knows balls? Sorry, Nero. Nero knows ball. Big up, Savva. Do you think Postecoglou has a plan for Ndombele? Would you keep him? How would you use him? Just been talking about this on another channel. For me, I wouldn't keep him. That doesn't mean that Postecoglou won't, and it doesn't mean that Postecoglou hasn't got a plan for him. I just can't see how he fits into a team that's going to press and play with such energy. It just doesn't feel like it fits into his skill set, but we'll see. Only Ange will know, and we'll see over the next month or so, won't we? I mean, that was nearly very good. The Guna Pino says, smash the like button. Salvation is a real one. Am I salvation? I'll take that. Yeah, please do smash that like button. We are now sitting at 186 likes. There's 447 of you in here, and smash that subscribe button. We're now only 22 subscribers away from the 7,500 mark, so we're growing quite nicely. Where are we? There are so many comments. It is absolutely crazy. James Tier said Kane plus Son 150 million at best. I mean, James, the fact that they won't let Kane go for less than 100 million and Heung-min Son's going to be worth more than 50 million because of all his commercial deals and what he brings from the Asian market. So I don't think it would be 150 for both of them. I think it would be a hell of a lot more money, if I'm brutally honest. Isan Naguna, big up to you, my friend. I said, Savva, if you sign Van de Ven and Tapsoba and Harry Kane stay and you get a DM like Phillips for Man City, do you think you could challenge for the title? No, No. I think if Van der Ven and Tapsoba played, Kane stayed, and we got a DM in like Phillips, I think then we're top four material. I think to win league titles, you've got to have top players all over the park. You've got to have top fullbacks. You've got to have top centre halves. I think you need top players, and then you need squad. You need depth. That's why City keep winning it. I know, Rob, it's terrible, isn't it? But you're still here, mate. You're still here. Smash the like button. I don't think I say what most of you are thinking. Otherwise, I wouldn't get into so many spats. But listen, when I get into those spats with people, what's the point of having a YouTube channel if you're not going to read out people's comments, eh? Slappy Jack has said, how do you feel about if Kane goes? How do you feel about if Kane goes, we don't get a number 9, we get like a Yao Felix. Obviously, he probably won't come, but that type of player, and just get goals from everywhere. I'll be honest, Slappy Jack, if Kane goes, I think that's how we're going to have to play. I think we will have to get goals from everywhere. I think it will be more like how Arsenal and Brighton play, where they don't rely on one bloke to score goals. They share them out. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world either. I do think we've been way too overly reliant on Kane, and every formation we've had has literally been for the best of Kane rather than building for the club. So that's why I've always said I don't think it's quite the drama that I think other people think it is. Hey, that's just me. Aiden has said, you say you're not sentimental about players, but which player stung the most for you when they left us? David Ginola. God, what a player. What a player. One of those players that just made me want to watch more than anything. One of them players that when he got the ball, I genuinely went, oh my God, what's he going to do? I loved him. Anyone who watches me enough knows my love for David Ginola. Peter, big up, Peter. How are you, my friend? How are you feeling today? You feeling good? Just remember, you can always reach out to me on Instagram if you need to, my friend. He said, hi, Savva, just a quick post. Thanks for your kind words on your show. Hope to have a stream of my own soon. How that will go, I don't know. Big up. Say it as it is, which I like. Peter, listen, you're more than welcome, my friend. Listen, if you ever need any help, support about setting up your own show or stream, whatever, let me know. We can sort it out. Some of the stuff behind the scenes can all be a bit fiddly when you first start doing kind of YouTube shows and streams, but you know, we can talk you through it and you learn tricks as you go along. So where are we? I think we've got a couple of super chats. So we've got a super chat here from Danny. Big up, Dan. Hope you're well, my man. Nice to meet you last night in person as well, Dan. Nice to meet you. Said, I'm stressed talking about Tottenham. I need a beer. Have one on me. Mate, listen, it's Spurs. We love it. We hate it and we love it all at the same time. Where are we? Daniel Harris has said, I've said this before. I don't think we signed anyone when Levy is on. I don't think we signed anyone when Levy is on your because he has to micromanage everything from his evil lair in London. What do you think? I think Levy makes it really difficult for clubs to want to work with Spurs. I think if that's what you mean, it's hard work. It's hard work. Philly, just showing some love to Dan. Big up, Dan. Respect for what you said on Alan's show. Jay Kismet said Levy spent $1 billion on the stadium and his main priority is to get that paid for ASAP. Hence why you're most likely to see Beyonce or Rihanna up front than a new signing. Rihanna and Beyonce in a 2. Beyonce flicking them on, Rihanna knocking them in, maybe. Spurs 54 said Savva. Sorry, my screen's there you go. Savva, no centre backs and only Winks sold and won't make it past Christmas. I think, it's a damning indictment. I'm not listening to the and won't make it bit, but it's a damning indictment that the only player sold so far is Harry Winks. It's really sad, to be honest. I agree with this statement. I won't read it out, but I do agree with it. Where are we? Here we go. AY said, fair, but would you really take for Tapsoba when it's reported he'll likely go for over 50 million after Diaby's transfer? A player who's undoubtedly reliable, but will be gone for the African Cup of Nations during January to Feb. I think the thing is, when you're buying a player, whether they're 50 million or 1 million, you're not buying them for one season, are you? You're buying them for more. So Yeah, if he's going to go to the African Cup of Nations, that's why you have 2 centre-backs that you buy in, so that there's cover for that. You know, if you get in Van der Ven and Tapsoba, which is what we should do, then Mickey Van der Ven plays alongside Romero when Tapsoba goes to the African Cup of Nations. It's how squads work, right? Guys and girls, thank you. 2 people just subscribed. That's very, very kind of you. We're now only 20 subscribers away from 7,500, which I'd be really happy with in 15 months. And we are on 205 likes. So please keep smashing that like button. It really does help YouTubers when you smash the like button, and it is free. Banana has said, Savva, what's something your club did that made you think, what the F is wrong with this club? For me, buying Cucurella for 60 million after one good season and appointing Frank Lampard as interim last season. Yeah, I mean, I think it's difficult when Chelsea fan, you guys are really reactive. You've been so what's the word I'm looking for? Successful. You've been so successful, but I hear you. Mine was under these owners was 2007 when rumors started circulating at half time that Martin Jol was getting sacked, and then he was. Big up Philly. Hope you're well, my friend. Always a personal favourite of mine. Says Savva to me, my friend. You say it in a nice way. I try my best, mate. I try my best. Craig Lear said, Savva, when you look at the ins and outs so far this window, what do you think of the top 8's business? Yeah, I think Man United have got a bit to do. I think they've made a good signing in Onana. Mount, we'll see what he's got in store for him. I'm never quite sure. I think Man City haven't kicked into gear yet. Arsenal have had a good window. Brighton doing bits, Villa doing good bits, Spurs, I'm not saying we haven't done good bits, but not the bits we needed. Chelsea, I think, need to, I mean, they're not the top 8 last season, but they're a top 8 club. I think Chelsea need to get their backsides into gear. And I'm missing one other. Sorry, I'm missing someone. But Liverpool, I think, have so far a couple of good signings. I think they'll get some more. I thought we'd made it nearly 40 minutes without an idiot in the chat, but we haven't. We didn't make it. Andy Bond said, welcome to Savva Gunner TV, the channel rival fans love to watch. Oh, bless him, Andy, with a little picture outside the stadium. Bless you, Andy Bond. The channel other fans love to watch because they realise that I'm not an idiot that just thinks Spurs are the best at everything. Andy, welcome to being an adult. One day you'll catch on, my friend. One day you'll catch on. Sorry, we don't sign anyone if Levy is on tour. I see. Sorry, I see what you mean now. I see what you mean. Yeah, he shouldn't be on tour, should he? He should be getting these deals done. AY said, just some supportive criticism. Turn on subscriber only for your chat to decrease the amount of overflowing questions in the chat. Yeah, listen, I asked for the questions, right? I asked for the questions. So, you know, I can't ask for questions and then tell people to stop. Justin, big up to you, Justin, has said, I've got a worrying feeling that the club is including Porro and Kulu in this summer's window and will say we signed 5 players, we can't afford any more. Yeah, I get that feeling as well as a Spurs fan. Listen, I think we will get centre-backs over the line. I'm just absolutely appalled and embarrassed at how long it's taken to get centre-backs over the line, but we should. Hotspur 82 has said, evening, Savva. Oh, God, I hate it when I'm asked Romero questions. I know what's coming the moment I answer them. Before I answer this question, I haven't even read it all properly yet. Before I answer this question, please, can you all bear in mind, I didn't bring him up. Evening, Savva. Do you think shifting Romero to Juventus as part of bringing in Gelson Bremer be an appealing option? I mean, ideally, you'd keep Romero and bring in Bremer separately, but I wouldn't be against it. As everyone knows, I'm not his biggest fan. Listen, I want to be proven wrong. I want to see a lot more from him. But, yeah, that's as good an answer as you're going to get from me. Ash7 has said, if you could be in an ice bath with Martin Jol or Harry Redknapp, who would you pick? Ash, you you did this yesterday, didn't you? Wasn't it? Yesterday was one about a sauna and the other one about something else. God, can you imagine being in an ice bath with one of those two? Harry, I think he tells great stories. Then again, Martin Jol's got the best voice. To know, maybe all 3 of us will get in an ice bath together. Mate, you're more than welcome. Everyone's welcome in the chat. It's football, right? I think when you unfortunately when you get idiots like the one you said you saw just before saying that other fans shouldn't feel welcome here, essentially, it's just silly, isn't it? I want all football fans to be able to come onto my channel and talk about football. I'm a Spurs fan, but first and foremost, we're all football fans. We love the game. Without our rival clubs, we wouldn't have a game, would we? Do you know what I mean? It's like when people say, "Oh, I'd love it if Arsenal got relegated." I wouldn't. I love playing Arsenal. I love the North London derbies. You need that rivalry. Ask the Celtic and Rangers fans when they weren't in the same league because Rangers got deducted and moved down all the leagues. Their fans didn't like it as much. Pete Shaw said, "Good evening, Savva. You get about a bit. Don't tell my wife. You seem to be on every YouTube chat out there." I don't think so. I mean, I've been on 2 today. I don't know. You're like the girl my mum warned me about. Okay, I'm going to leave that one there. By the way, cheeky bid for Calvin Phillips. I don't think he'd be the worst signing. I really don't for what we need. But again, I don't think any of this matters until you get the centre backs in. Wacky Wacker Paranormal, big up to you. Hope you're well. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Appreciated. Most of the people here are very good. There's always a couple of idiots, but hey, it is what it is. I think the thing is what a lot of other fans don't like is if you say something that is perceived to be nice about another club, you're not Spurs. And it's like, well, why? I'm a grown up. I'm allowed to talk about whatever I want. Tells has said, do you think Mbappe will sign for Real Madrid? And if so, will they be unstoppable? I think he goes to Real Madrid if they get the money out. I do. I think it's the obvious choice. I think it's been talked about for years. Will they be unstoppable? I don't think they'll be unstoppable. I think they're very good. I don't know if they'll be unstoppable. They looked well off the pace last year compared to Man City. So I think it puts them straight back up there, though. Special one. I said, what do Spurs need to do in this window to get top 5? For me, it's simple. 2 centre-halves and number 6. That's simple for me. THFC said, Yol was sacked because Levy sold Berbatov on the last day of the window. Hope the same doesn't happen again with Kane. You know those 2 things weren't in the same dates. You know that, right? Just saying. You know that's not, the 2 weren't linked, Berbatov and Yol, just saying. Craig Lee, big up, as a Savva talk straight facts, no nonsense or filler. No, absolutely. I just don't think. Look, do you know what? For years, I always get told I support other clubs, and you hate Tottenham, and I don't. My passion for Tottenham is so great that I want them to be better. I don't want to talk about. I don't want to settle for what we've got. I want us to push. I want us to grow whilst being realistic with it. But I just think some people don't like it. What a lot of our fans are very good at is belittling clubs who have been excellently run and won loads of things. And then we belittle them. I never quite get it. Berras has said, Savva, top 3 poorest centre-backs you've seen at Spurs. Vega, never caught Sanchez. I've seen much worse than Ramon Vega in a Tottenham shirt. Kevin Scott, I remember him. Never caught. Sanchez, I think, is terrible. I think Tanganga's a bad player as well. Who else? I thought Fazio was really poor. I thought Vlad Chirichez was really poor. But yeah, much worse I've seen than Vega. Much worse. Who's this? The Demonat. Okay. Laugh out loud. Here we go. Don't know what he's talking about. Let me just see how far behind the chat we are. Rob C said, who is to say that these Bramers, etc., are actually going to make us better? Romero and Sanchez came with ringing endorsements, have not produced anything. But I look at Bramer, I just see a proper centre half. If we go by your reckoning, Rob, we're never going to sign players that make us better. How do we get better if we don't buy in these centre halves? Sanchez was the man that Jose told his Man United team to target because he wasn't very good. So whoever scouted him didn't scout him very well. Oliver Rooks, how's my dog? I have 2. Come on, I've got 2. Be nice to both of them. They're both downstairs with their mum. Oh, here she is. Here she is. Thank you. I'll take that. Yeah, listen, Thomas Hodgson has said Savva Diaby 5-year deal. Look, I just think you don't have to pull up trees to be a great club. I just think you have to move sensibly. And the more I see what Villa are doing, like their signing of Moreno in January, followed up by Torres as centre half, followed up by Diaby as one of the wide forwards. They're putting good players into the positions where they need to strengthen. It's not rocket science, is it? Um, uh, Rangers didn't get deducted; they went bankrupt. Yeah, but I mean, forget my terminology. I got tongue tied there. I just meant the fact that they went down the leagues. Daniel E has said, Savva, your thoughts on the greatest ever hitting that last minute free kick on his debut? I've talked about this before. Greatest I've ever seen by a mile. And he just got so much class. I reckon he could be 70 and he'd still be doing free kicks like that. He's just epic. Big up to Donovan Davis. Thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated, my friend. I said, Levy seems to be your typical narcissist that believes he is always doing the right thing. Not having 2 centre-backs on the pre-season tour is inexcusable. Not just because you put it in a super chat. I can't agree with you more. I can't. Everything you said there is spot on. Said it before. I think we'll end up getting centre-backs, but this was such a big chance for them to go on pre-season and tour, learn how to play Ange Postecoglou's way, and learn how to play with a new goalkeeper, get it all sorted. But again, we just don't do it. We seem to be so bad at it. Ade Kunle has said, at work, Sav, I couldn't follow up today. I believe Yuri is watching. Whatever he says goes. I believe you too. I don't know who Yuri is. I don't know what that means. Sorry. But hello. Ali Gold saying Lo Celso was really impressive in training. Starting to have second thoughts on getting rid of him at all costs. I'd sell him for a good bid, but wouldn't be mad now if he stays and plays. Look, as I said, Ndombele, Lo Celso, these guys, if they stay, they won't win me over with a few performances. Listen, I can't be won over with a 45-minute cameo. He's training well, great, but we've got to see it over time. What will happen? I know what will happen. I know this fan base inside out. Someone like Ndombele Lo Celso might start the season in their first 5 or 6 games. They grab a goal and we go, oh, there we go. See, you're all in the mud. And need to see it consistently, not just for 5 games, 10 games, a season, 2 seasons. But hey, that's me. Vega got ragdolled by Dele Adebola. But Vega also put in that last-ditch tackle in the cup final we won in 1999. If anyone was there, they know what I'm talking about. When Heskey was bearing down on goal, Vega came from nowhere. So, listen, lovely guy as well. I've seen much worse than Ramon Vega. Much, much, much worse. Let me know who's the worst centre-backs you've seen at Tottenham in your history. The worst centre-backs. Someone here said Vimmer, Sanchez, Fazio, Chirichez. I mean, look, people like Kevin Scott, Nevercott. Some of the older fans might be able to put in some names as well. Sanchez is bad, very bad. Bless R.I.P. to Dean Richards. He wasn't very good, but he seemed like a nice man. Eric Dyer's name has been put in there. Here we go. Philly doesn't this man. Eric Dyer, Nevercott, Fazio, Wimmer, Sanchez. The list of poor Spurs centre-halves is endless. It is indeed. Hamish, big up to you up there in Scotland, in Glasgow. I hope you're having a nice Saturday night, whatever you are doing. God, there's so many people in the chat. Big up to all 512 of you. Really appreciate it. Smash the like button on your way in. Only 40% of you have smashed the like button. I made that stat up, but 236 have. There's 509 people now in the chat. I think that's about 40%. Smash the like button. And as I said, please subscribe. We are now only 19 subscribers away from 7,500. So that would be much appreciated. And it really would mean the world to me. Emmanuel saying Sanchez is better than Romero. I don't think so. Who do I think is better, Saliba or Colwill? I don't think that's a debate, is it? Saliba's much better. I mean, Colwill's a young kid who's played how many, 17 Premier League games? I think Saliba looks top draw. I hate to say it 'cause he's down there at the Arsenal, but he looks top draw. Looks like he's got absolutely everything. Colwill looks a good athlete, looks a good young player. Apparently, he's starting the game tonight for Chelsea. Good player. Good. I'm not knocking him, but I think we've got to see players do something before we idolise them. By the way, who saw this today? Do you know what? To show you I'm not lying, I'm going to show you this. To show you I'm not lying. There was a poll put out today. Let me see if I can find it. There was a poll put out today. I'm not going to show you by who, because it's not fair on that person. It's not fair on that person. And the question was, this was asked by an Arsenal fan. They put out, would you swap Saka for Mbappe? Right, I'm going to let you all process that. Would you swap Saka for Mbappe? Right? Can you see that? The top one is yes. I'll show you. Yeah is the top one. 31%, 69% would prefer Saka to Mbappe. I'll leave that with you. As soon as I saw that, and I thought, wow, their delusion is real. Their delusion is really, really real. Where are we? We've got Mark Cousins in the chat. Mark Cousins is there. Did I see Bobby K in the chat? I might have done. I can't. Bobby K, I did see him in the chat. Here he is. Bando Baby says, Savva, will you force your kids to support Spurs? I mean, I don't have any at the moment. Would I force them to support Spurs? I don't think I would. Someone's just messaged me saying, can you unban me, please? I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. Someone's, can you unban me? I love it how people are so rude. They want to be unbanned, but then they're just rude when they come back on. Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, Mbappe. Apparently 69% of Arsenal fans that voted, over 13,000 people voted, would keep Saka over Mbappe. Absolute madness. Dylan, big up Dylan. One of my boys from one of my WhatsApp groups has said 3 centre backs needed: sell Dyer, Sanchez, Jaffet, and Reggie. Can't disagree with you. Yeah, I can. I think if Caicedo goes to Chelsea, I think he could form a good partnership with Enzo Fernandez. Both young, both very good players at what they do. Then if you get the likes of Kudus in front of him with Nkunku, yeah, I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be good. Sorry, I know who that person is. Yeah. Where are we? Sorry, there's so many comments. God, yeah, and Anthony Gardner, Gary Doherty. Do you know what? I'll disagree slightly on Chris Perry. I thought Chris Perry did a job. I wouldn't say he was anywhere near as bad as Anthony Gardner or Gary Doherty. Alton Felwell was another one. Oh, there he is. Alton Felwell was there. Emmanuel trying to stir up. Jason Kunde. Fazio. David has said, I'm 46 and I'm still saying Dyer. Evening, by the way, just finished work. Big up to you. Hope work was not too bad. Raf said, worst centre-back ever, Sol Campbell. Do you know what? The gutting thing about Sol Campbell, the gutting thing was how good he was. And I know we're not allowed to say it, but it was so gutting. Imagine we'd had him and Ledley King together. Just imagine. It's always imagine. Ben, let's sort it out. Let's get a little group going on WhatsApp. We'll sort it out. I'll definitely meet up with you boys next week or a week after. Bill has said Gardner, Felwell, Buncevic, Doherty, Dyer, Sanchez, Tanganga. It's so bad, isn't it? I think it's Kevin Scott was the worst, but do you remember Nevercott's own goal? Stuart Nevercott, another one who should never have been playing for Spurs. Rango has said Saliba is awful. He's not, is he? He's really, really not awful. He's a very, very good centre-half who I think will keep getting better and better. Good evening to you, Tom. I hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're well. Guys and girls, please keep smashing that like button. We're going to go for another 35 minutes. There's 502 of you in the chat and only 273 likes. Smash the like button, people. And thank you for the 2 people that have just subscribed. We're now only 16 subscribers away from hitting our target for the end of the day of 7,500. If I can ask so nicely, and I won't ask more, if I can ask so nicely, there's 509 of you in here now. If 20 of you that haven't subscribed could just press the subscribe button, Ben will put the link in the chat. And if you can help me get 7,500 by the end of today, I'd be really appreciative. Just probably a good time to tell you. So go and do that now. Good time to tell you now. We will be doing a live watch along tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll have a chat for an hour first, then we'll do a watch along. I do appreciate that loads of Spurs YouTubers will be doing a watch along. But if you want to come watch me, do. If you don't, enjoy wherever you are watching. Loads. The problem when I'm so far behind the chat is people say things like Savva, I told you. I don't know about what. Yeah, that was funny, Simon, wasn't it? Sorry, that was a really funny conversation we were having. Yeah, Ricardo Rocca was another one. Yeah, and absolutely. Sacanelli, of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't. I mean, I can't understand. Yes. Yes. If you're telling me right now, take Kane and Son out of Spurs and put Mbappe in there all day long, my friend, all day long. Mbappe's different level. It's just funny. I mean, it's like when me and you had the chat about Saka and you said he was world class. The problem we're always going to have is that your name in your chat is Saka. So it's like, it's really difficult to have a conversation. Yeah, of course. But look, I think people go well deep into that. Oh God, don't get me wrong. We've got a lot of deluded fans as well, Angus. We've got a lot of deluded fans. Bobby K said, "I'm here, big sexy." Thanks, Bobby. You always know what to say to make me feel so much better about my life. Thank you very much for that, Bobby K. You are one of the good guys. I'll tell you, I'll give you a call tomorrow after I've done my watch along, and we'll have a chat. We haven't chatted for a while. I mean, when we say because of Mbappe's attitude, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with his attitude when he's banging in a hat-trick in a World Cup final. I just can't believe what I'm reading. Yeah, they said, yeah, Saka, yeah. They'd rather Saka than Mbappe. With Mbappe talent, yeah, I swap with Saka, but it's his attitude. I love all this, his attitude. Who do Arsenal think they are? Now turning down people like Mbappe for Saka. Unbelievable. Yeah, look, yeah, rest in peace. And I think, listen, it was a big move at the time for him. It didn't quite work, but rest in peace. He died way too young. Sleepy Cat says, swap Mbappe for Saka just for him to be put in a transfer request from Madrid in a year. But I mean, how have people gone that deep with it? Like people going so deep with it. It's unbelievable. Zeki Friars, another name. Yeah. I am Scorpio. My kids are banned from ever supporting Spurs. They are my kids and my responsibility to protect their well-being. Anyone who says Gary Doherty deserves to be banned. Big up, Paddy. Hope you're well. David Clark has said worst Spurs defender was Terry Fenwick. Jesus, going back some years. It was his ludicrous clearance in 1986 that led to the hand of God goal. Jesus. I mean, yeah, I remember that when the ball went right up in the air. Yeah, I remember that. El Dante said, didn't Kevin Scott concede penalties in consecutive matches? I can't remember that, but I remember him just being terrible. Jamie Getter said, too many unknowns with this club. Vicario unknown. If he blows his debut, Kane leaves and we're stuck with Charlie, Son and Dyer as centre-back. We are beyond effed. I think we'll be all right. Rango said, I saw Saliba get spun many times last season. He had a good start, but became a liability. I mean, Rango, listen, I'm a Spurs fan, but when Saliba was out injured, look how bad Arsenal were at the back compared to when they had him. Come on. It's madness. Do you know what? I was thinking of doing this, but the problem is I get about 3 weeks into the season. I forget to change my team. I forget my logins, and I'll think about it in the next week. I'll think about it. Big up, Ben. Please, sub to the channel. We're now only 12 subscribers away from the 4,500. So thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed. Would I swap Kane for Haaland? Yeah, of course I would swap Kane for Haaland. Why wouldn't I swap Kane for Haaland? Why wouldn't I? I mean, one's 22 and is a beast. The other's 30 and doesn't want to be here. But, I mean, yeah, you can't catch me out. Sakinelli, those little games won't work with me because I'm not biased. I think he does, Robert Davis. He does. The problem is, I think there are so many fans that are so biased to their own club. And it's great. I love that people are that protective. But, hey, it is what it is. I'm disregarding the Son and Kane partnership. Oh, God, I'm so bored of... Spencer said, how comes no one is going for Kudus at Ajax? I mean, Chelsea have just asked Ajax what they want for him. So Chelsea are going for him. Polia said, why do you think Richarlison is so effective in Brazil? How should a coach get the best out of him? I see him as a mobile 9, but really lacking confidence. I don't think he is so effective for Brazil. I think he scored some goals against poor teams whilst being surrounded by players like Casemiro, Vinicius Jr., Paqueta. The list of top Brazilian players goes on. But for me, I just don't think he's that good. I think we could talk about confidence. I don't think he's ever been that good wherever he's been. I just think we're trying to, there is, your fan base is as deluded as ours. Maybe that's a North London thing. Mbappe is doing PSG dirty after giving them promises. Plus his 800k odd wages would disrupt any dressing room he joins. I mean, look, he's not going to get 800k wherever he goes next, is he? He'll know that. When you say Mbappe is doing PSG dirty, why? Why is Mbappe doing PSG dirty? They're the ones that want to sell him because he won't sign a new contract. Why is he doing them dirty? Is Kane doing Spurs dirty? Just a fault. People are too emotional about football. The footballers have their own life. Yeah, and listen, I agree with you. Listen, I'm a Spurs fan, but Saliba was superb last year. I can't knock that. Could you do a show so you remember to change it? Yeah, I mean, listen, we could do a show, an update every week. We could do that. Yeah. I would take Diaby over Kulu all day, every day. Yes, I would. I think for me, another one I've said, I like Kulu, but for me, he's really, really inconsistent and he was poor last year. Savva, would you be part of DR Sports if invited? I mean, if they ever invited me on, I'd have no reason not to go on. I just don't think they're going to care about someone like me. Rango said, Haaland over Kane, ? Kane scored 30 goals last season in an awful Spurs team. Kane was a better all-round player. Okay. Okay. I mean, this is what I mean. When we get to bias levels, listen, Erling Haaland, by the age of 22, has scored over 250 career goals. Let that sink in. Just let that sink in. Just saying. And yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Again, people can't put, again, I always use this word, people, context, right? It does make me laugh. Let's get some questions in the chat. No one said, Saka, I mean, 69% of that 13,000 said they'd rather Saka than Mbappe. I mean, you just can't write it. You can't write it. Mbappe promised he wouldn't run his contract down and leave for free, but that's what he's angling for now. What's he meant to do, James? He signed a new contract, stayed when I think he should have gone, didn't do PSG dirty there, stayed. What's he meant to do? I don't understand what he's meant to do. Is he meant to just keep signing contracts? I don't understand. They've put him on the transfer list. Cool. Sell him. In some ways, it's what Harry Kane should be happening with Harry Kane. Rob says Kulu was flavour of the month when he came. Now fans mistrust him. I mean, yeah, Rob, it's quite simple. I'm going to teach you maths here. Yeah. He had 3.5 good months at the end of the season versus a really bad 9 months last season. So mm, my it's not about mistrusting him. I just need to see some consistency. Again, this is what I mean. You're a fan who's too emotional. You're too emotionally attached. I don't care who the player is. They have to be consistent. And players like him are not consistent until he is. If he can be, then great. Yeah. West Coast Cockerel said, unpopular opinion. Sonny got golden boot because Kane was looking to leave and he felt he could step up and take the helm. Following season, regression because Son was told to change game to serve Kane. Oh, I mean, I don't know. Listen, there's a lot of speculation there. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, listen, that's not quite how it works, is it? I mean, Rory Jennings plays the game, built a great platform. It's just, for me, he's just got terrible takes. Kane is a far better forward than Haaland, all-round players beyond dispute. Yeah, Kane is also 8 years older. And when Kane was 22, he was doing absolutely nothing. So, again, some context. I know Spurs fans hate context. Rob, you are the world's worst for context. Right now, was Kane doing what he's doing now at 22? No. Was Kane doing what Haaland was doing at 22? No. Haaland has been sensational for 5 or 6 years since he was like 17. I mean, if people can't see that, it's madness. It's absolutely madness. If not biased, if Kane played at Man City, he would score the same, if not more than one. Yeah, but when people say things like this, ifs, buts, and maybes, isn't it? It's all ifs, buts, and maybes. Yes, because he's 8 years younger, and Kane wasn't that good when he was 22. Because you just keep every time you do this, it's like when we were talking about Chelsea the other day. You find a way to belittle everyone that's not Spurred, and it's mental. It's absolutely mental. I agree with you. There's especially in the Spurs fan base, it's absolutely crazy. Kane is better than Haaland now, but in 5 years, Haaland will break all sorts of records. Yeah, Haaland's already breaking all sorts of records. I always go back to when Kane was Haaland's age, what was he doing? What was he doing? Nothing. He evolved to the player he is. Haaland will still keep evolving and growing while scoring 50 plus goals a season. Like, it's just crazy. It's absolutely madness. Yeah, again, it's quite simple, isn't it? It really is quite simple. Haaland is a more successful player than Kane, and you can cry all you want about it. I don't know who that's aimed at. If that's aimed at me, it doesn't make sense, but I don't know who else that's aimed at. Yeah, that average John Carew. Yeah, I'll say it to his face. When people like Alex come out with those sort of comments, it embarrasses Spurs as a fan base. A lot of comments I see are just embarrassing. Jess Vin has said, not a Spurs fan, but I doubt Haaland will ever have Kane's technical ability. But at the same time, Haaland at the age of 23 is already a better goal scorer than Kane. But again, ifs, buts, and maybes. This is the thing. When Kane was 22, we didn't see this technical ability. It's something that he's done over time. But at the end of the day, Erling Haaland's going to break records that Kane won't. This is the difference. This is the difference. Look, it is what it is. I listen. I'm not. They're both class players. Rango has said Haaland's a great poacher. But once he leaves the penalty area, his all-round game is shocking. His touch. I mean, this is such a bad take. If you've never watched him at Dortmund, have you? Look at the game against Arsenal last year, where he dropped deep, brought it down his chest, played a one-touch pass into De Bruyne. That was his touch, his passing, and outside the box. That's just one example. Another one in the Real Madrid game, he was doing it all game. So this again, it's just embarrassing. Angus, I'd need some time to put that together, my man. I'd need some time to put that together. Yeah, sure, but Kane hasn't always been in a struggling team, has he? Hasn't always been in a struggling team. Who said Rashford better than Kane? Who said that? I agree, Daniel. I agree. I think the difficult thing with it now is you're judging a player who's 22 or 23, whatever he is, that has done more by this age that Kane's done in his entire career. That's the thing. Yeah, we could be sentimental about it, but Erling Haaland's only had 1 year at City. Yeah. Look at what he was doing at Dortmund. Look at what he was doing at Salzburg. Look what he's done for Norway and for Mulder. The guy is different. This is one of a kind. But hey, again, yeah, absolutely. Haaland, exactly. I feel like fans don't know anything out the Premier League, Thomas. Yeah, okay, Rango, whatever. Yeah, okay. Where are we? David said, you don't think Haaland will improve technically under the greatest technical manager of all time. But David, I know people, again, David, I say these things all the time. Critical thinking from people, it's gone. Everyone wants to be so biased. There's no critical thinking about his age, about the manager he's working with, yeah, about the players that he surrounded himself with. Yeah, there's no critical thinking from so many football fans. Where are we? Where are we? There's so many people in the chat. Let's go. Hang on. Here we are. TJ Warren says, Sav, I hope you found that top button to that shirt before you left for the club last weekend. I found it, mate. It's all good. It's all good. This is why, do you know what? When I have football conversations with my group of friends, and they're all my age, I love having conversations with them because none of them are this biased kind of can't see past their own player. Always all have open conversations without the emotion, and it's brilliant. I suppose when you've got a room full of Spurs people and Arsenal people when they come in, you know, if Haaland was in the Spurs team, would he score? But Rango, again, with hypotheticals that we will never know the answer to. He's 22 to 23, Rango. How do you not understand that? He's about to be either win it or come second in the Ballon d'Or for a reason. He has for the last 3 years. Yeah, but he wasn't before that, was he, Colin? When he was playing in that brilliant Pochettino team, yeah, he wasn't smashing in the numbers that Haaland is when Spurs were finishing above City. Yes, I would. I would take Todibo. I would. I like him. I would. He is. Unfortunately, we don't like praising people. We're not allowed to praise people, Peter. That's the problem. This guy he's different. He's different to everything. Kane, a lot of people didn't think he was going to make it. Did they? A lot of people didn't think he was going to make it. He wasn't this playmaker type forward we see now when he was 22. He wasn't banging in goals anywhere at this level when he was 22. But, you know, it's... Yeah, I agree. Listen, Stu MC says Haaland was the same at Dortmund. His blind flicks and link play was sublime. I know people... do you know the problem is, Stu, you're right. People don't watch other leagues. They don't. Because the way he played for Dortmund wasn't the same way he plays for Man City now. A lot of his game was build-up play outside the box. And again, I saw him do it last year for Man City, time and time again. So this whole narrative that he's terrible outside, Rob, go away then. Listen, I'm not patronising. Just when people like you are so biased, it's not good football talk because you can't see past Spurs. You did it to Chelsea the other day. You're doing it to City today. I'd love for you to come on and me to school you a little bit on football. Just saying. They don't. Yeah, they don't like truth. They really, really don't. I don't know what that means. That's not a proper sentence. TJ said, I don't get emotional. Facts only, people. Yeah, man, it's all about facts. Facts. And if you don't like it, people like Rob, see you later. He's a very poor player. Yeah, Rango, you've just called Erling Haaland, who could finish second or first in the Ballon d'Or, a very poor player. Oh, my days. It's embarrassing. No, not at all. Not at all, Rob. Not at all. No, you hear what you want to hear. Told you, you hear what you want to hear. Come on and talk. Come on and have a chat with me. I don't think every player that every other club is going to sign works out. Of course, it never works like that. But the number that Spurs sign that don't work out is frightening compared to the other clubs. And what the other clubs are good at doing is when it doesn't work out, they move them on. We don't. So you're letting your emotions get to you. Yeah, absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. Yes, because Kane's third. Oh, I can't. Sorry, I can't keep talking to that Rango guy. I'm sorry. He's a great goal scorer, and that's it. No, it's not it, though. For anyone that's watched him for years, that's not it. That's not. It's so not true. It is so not true. You've got to remember at Man City, he doesn't have to come up and link as much. He doesn't have to because he's got players to do it for him. That wasn't the case at Salzburg and Dortmund. People, please watch some other football other than the Premier League. Rob, you're a child. Come on. Anyone notice how Rob gives it big in the chat but can't come on? Tell you what, I'll put the link in just for Rob C. Everybody watch Rob C crap his pants. Ready? The link's in the chat purely for Rob C. Come on. Put your video on. Put your name in. Let's see. Hey, let's see, shall we? Savva, who do you think is going to be signing a flop of the season in the Prem? Hard to say right now because a lot of teams still got a lot of business to do. Probably best to come back on that. I think I don't know at the moment. We need to see more. Yeah, listen, I'm trying to, but unfortunately, you get people like Rob C. They talk a lot, but can't back it up. Yeah, me and my context. You know why? Because context is very important versus your feelings. My facts don't care about your feelings. That's the problem, Rob. You don't like it. You don't like it. I've never known. Bye, Tom. See you later, mate. Bye-bye. Tom, absolute clown. See you later. We don't need it. Listen, if people don't like me, they don't have to be here, right? But what I can never understand, and I will always battle people with, right? I will always battle people on this. When we belittle everyone else, it is baffling. How Spurs fans have watched Erling Haaland this season and 5 seasons before, seen what he's done. The pundits talk about him like they've never seen anything like it. But our fans say things like, he can't link up play. Anyone who watched the Arsenal game, Rio Ferdinand did a bit after the game where he went, look at his link up here, showing the different side to his game. But we got fans in the chat going, he can't link up. It's madness. It's absolutely VH, I agree, man. It's slander. Yeah, of course. Blah, 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 blah. You talk a good game. Come back when you're ready. Yeah, of course he's going to bottle it. Of course. Yeah, these people all bottle it. They talk a great game behind their keyboard. Yeah, it won't happen. It won't happen. Guys and girls, let's hope let's hope after the game tomorrow that we've got some news. Let's hope we've got some news. Savva, opinion on United fans on Twitter saying Rashford is better than Henry. It's got to be a joke, isn't it? It's got to be a joke. I mean, it's not about bottling it, is it? You just can't come on. You're a bit scared. You, Rob, over the last week, I've noticed you talk a very good game. You belittle every single club and signing everyone else does. But when it comes to Spurs, everything's amazing. You belittled the most successful club of the last 2 decades. You're belittling Erling Haaland. It's what you do. You think, oh, my passion. I'm a top Spurs fan. I'm a better Spurs fan than you. But, you know, one day you'll change. You'll grow up. Bill said, hold up on his chest from the goal kick. Brought in De Bruyne to score. Yeah, Haaland can't do anything but score. Bill, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. He did it against Real Madrid. He did it against Arsenal. 2 massive games. The Champions League semi-final. The game that basically decided the title. This guy showed you that he's more than just a goal scorer. And people say he can't play. It's absolutely ludicrous how much he's belittled. It is absolutely ludicrous. Who do I think is the best signing ever, pound for pound? Oh, God. Ever? Not sure. You'd have to give me a bit of time to think about that. QVST said, on the topic of great strikers, I miss watching Zlatan when he was younger. He was amazing, so fluid with the ball. Listen, there are people, as I said, that will like me and people that won't. But what I could be, alternatively, if people want, is someone who doesn't interact with a chat. I'm interacting with good comments. I'm interacting with negative comments. I interact with everyone. If you want me to be one of them YouTubers that doesn't interact, we can do that. I just don't think it will be as fun. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Guys and girls, we are going to wrap up the show in the next 5 minutes. So please keep smashing that like button. We've managed to get to 331 likes. There's still 452 of you in here, and we are only 13 subscribers away from the 4,500. If everyone who hasn't subscribed be so kind to go over and smash that subscribe button, it would be absolutely fantastic. Oh God, because Rango, I've noticed every one of your comments is the same. You've told me tonight that Saliba is a bad player, pathetic. That Erling Haaland isn't that good. Like it's madness. I don't get people just want. I just want people to be honest. I want to create a channel of honesty. I can't. When people come in and just say ridiculous things over and over again, it's for attention. It's sad. Yeah, it's what we do in this world. It's what we do. It's the same way that some people, belittle Ronaldo or Messi. They just can't. We don't like successful people. Where are we? Wow, there's a question. Agbong Lahore, E. Banks Blake. Can I say neither? I'm just going to say neither. Messi. Young Messi was better. Middle-aged Messi was better. Old Messi was better for me. Best I've ever seen. Absolute best I've ever seen. Hands down. Sorry. I realised I've got the time wrong. We've still got 7 minutes to go, people. We'll go for another 7 minutes. Please smash that subscribe button. We are 11 away from hitting 7,500. It would be great if we could. Louis Burgess said, Savva always speaking facts. People fear the truth. Madness. They do. People don't like truth. Yeah, Rango, but it wasn't that. It wasn't the fact that you said Kane's the all-round better player. Right now he is. My argument to you, which you ignored every time, was at the age of 22, I'll ask you right now, Rango. Here you go. I'm going to give you a chance now to just put in something that I asked you. At the age of 22, what had Harry Kane done in his career? At the age of 22, was Harry Kane the technical playmaker we see now? I'll let you answer that. I'm never going to change Q7. I can't. I don't ever want to be one of these YouTube channels that is a sheep. I can't do it. I think it's terrible. But if we could get 11 more people to subscribe to get me to that number, that would be great. Yeah. I know. All good. Xavi versus Iniesta versus Modric. I just sublime all three of them. I just sublime. It's so difficult to pick one because they're all geniuses in their own right. Absolute genius footballers. Mick Dundee says, Rango, having a different opinion doesn't make you right. Shows everyone your level of ignorance, but not right. Listen, I think it's just important that, when I ask a question, lots of people don't answer the actual question. It's like if I said, I like Saliba because I named reasons why I liked him. He's strong. He's technical. He's good in the air. He's got pace. He's positionally good. People come back with things like he's rubbish. It's like, okay, that's great, but it's not really a debate, is it? When you just call him rubbish. Thank you to the 3 people that just subscribed. We're 8 away, people, from 7,500. Make it happen. Don't forget, we're going to be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. going through the Spurs lineup at 10 o'clock and then doing a watch along for the game that starts at 11. Yeah, absolutely. I was told this by my mum years ago that Scorpios are realistic. I've never been a deluded fan. I've never thought we're better than we are. I've never just blindly believed players were better than they are. I can't do it. Big up to those who do that, but it's just not me. I'm not the channel for you. Big up Philly, said hit the likes and subscribe to Savva and his brilliant balanced views. Thank you very much. Right, this is the difference. This is all I was saying. This is the difference. If you're going to compare a 30-year-old with a 22-year-old, compare them for what they were both doing at the age the youngest one is. Thank you very much, Sean. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Brian said, great show. Thank you. Thank you for joining. We've still got 5 minutes to go. Thomas, thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. I said, love the channel, Savva. Keep it real. One thing that you can guarantee, Thomas, I will always keep it real. Thank you so much, Thomas. I really appreciate that. Robert has said, Savva, as a gooner, you are the GOAT. I don't think I'm the GOAT, but thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Real question. Kevin Doyle or Kevin Phillips, technically not the best, but great poachers and finishers. I mean, Kevin Phillips, way better than Kevin Doyle for me, if that was the question. I really liked Kevin Phillips. I think he was really underrated and had some great goal-scoring seasons in the Premier League. He really, really did. Guys and girls, we are 6 away. 6 away from 7,500. 4 away. I'd take Odegaard. I think Odegaard, I don't know. There's something silky about him. I like the way he plays. I think he's really technically gifted, a very good player. I think a lot of fans, again, mocked this when he joined Arsenal. He took a while to settle, but now he looks fantastic, really good footballer. And I think he'll just go on to do really, really good things. Let's see. Savva debate, second to none. Listen, I'll debate anyone. I'll debate absolutely anyone. If I could only have 2 centre-backs from Tottenham's history to sort our issues, who would you pick? Look, I don't want to start saying centre-backs from before my time. So I'm not going to include players from before my time. Listen, Richard Gough was a beast. I liked Jan. I liked Toby. Ledley's got to go in there. I think Ledley and Mabbott. I think if I put Ledley King with Gary Mabbott, I'd be happy with that. But I mean, it's a shame because if Sol Campbell didn't do what he did, he would definitely be in there because he was one of the best. But I'd definitely be happy to go with that. Come on, people. 5 more subs. 5 subs to get to the 7,500. Smash that subscribe button, people. Sean said, why are people saying Gabriel and Saliba are bad? They are top 5 centre-back in the world at the moment. I mean, I don't know about top 5 in the world, but I mean, look, they were a great pairing last season. A real great pairing last season. Yeah, top players. Yes, I'll be doing some watch-alongs for non-Spurs games. Yeah, when the season starts, I definitely will. Jezvin said, Savva, would Moussa Dembele make into our Spurs all-time 11? I don't know about not an all-time 11 for me. He would make my 11 for an all-time Premier League 11 for Spurs, but not my all-time 11. No, but what a good player. We missed him immensely. We really, really did. Big up to the disabled team. Always big supporters of the channel. Hope you are well over there, people. Hope you are well. Hang on, we are going to wrap up the show very, very, very soon. There's still 397 of you in here, and it's sad to say goodbye, but we're going to have to at some point. But we are 4 subscribers away, people. 4 subscribers away. Smash that subscribe button. If 4 of you right now could all go, that would be absolutely brilliant. Please, 4 of you, just subscribe. Gary Mabbott, yeah, for me. I mean, yeah, players like Graham Roberts, I don't want to put in. I wouldn't have seen them enough. Colin Turner going with Mike England as well. I mean, Chico Popescu was a beast, but shame he just sort of came and went all of it too quickly, didn't he? Top player though, top footballer. Yeah, people, it's only 4. It's only 4 we need. It's only 4, Barat. We need 4 more. 3 more. We need 3 more now. Yeah, I don't know what channel it's on, but yeah, I'll give it a watch. Anyone know what channel that game is on? Kate from Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. Subscribe to Kate. Said, big up Savva and thanks for your constant support. You're more than welcome. Listen, we're one community. As much as we debate, as much as we might row, as much as we might fall out, we're all there for each other. That's the way it should be. Guys and girls, 2 more. We can go when 2 more people sub. 2 more. Let's 2 more years. 2 more people. And then we can all go home. And then we'll be able to see you in the morning at 10 o'clock. Donovan has said, doesn't matter the channel or show. Savva keeps it 100%. Same as Sean, Henry and Dave. Spurs fans should appreciate it. Keep it up. Absolutely. Colin has said, yes, Savva, there's a big difference between players from the Prem and the old Div 1. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. There's so many comments still. I'm struggling to get them to read them out. Can we? Come on. We only needed 2. We only needed 2. 2 more. 2 more. 2 more. I don't think we're going to get it. So I think I will end the show there. Thank you so much to everyone who supported. Thank you to all the super chats. Let me just check I haven't missed one. Thank you to Kate. Thank you to Thomas Hodgson. Thank you for Trinidadian Deep. I'm so sorry I didn't see this. Big up to you. Thank you. How are you? Hope you're well. Bobby K, thank you very much. Thank you to Donovan Davis. Thank you to Dan E. Thank you to Nige. Thank you to Daniel. And also thank you to Amir. Thank you very much. It is much appreciated. I know it can get annoying when us YouTubers ask for subscribers and likes, but you know, it does help us. And I am looking to make this a full-time job in the very near future. So we are one off. I'm ending this show on 7499, just to show you that I'm not lying. We are there, 7499. Hoping we can get 7,500. We're going to stop one short, but it is what it is. Take care, people. Much love, and see you all very, very soon. Take care.